The views and opinions expressed on this program by our guests are solely theirs and do not necessarily reflect the official position of Kanele FM Radio Limited or its owners.
NCHEZGO, Kanele 97.7 FM. NCHEZGO, Kanele 97.7 FM.
Thank you so much for joining us, and a warm welcome to tonight's edition of NCHEZGO right here on Kanele 97.7 FM. I'm your host, Stephen Nkoma, and tonight our conversation will be centered on the opposition patriotic front, its wrangles, and everything surrounding whatever is happening in the former ruling party. It's a pleasure. I'll be hosting Patriotic Front Lundazi District Youth Chairperson, Mr. Peter Favor Tembo, known as Big Tim. Sir, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us on NCHEZGO tonight.
Thank you so much, and good evening, listeners out there. Good evening, Steve.
All right. First things first, how are you faring? The opposition Patriotic Front here in Lundazi.
Thank you so much. Lundazi, we are okay. That is, when you talk about the lower organs here, we have no problems. We are okay. We are intact. We are I would say we are faring very well in terms of, the local leadership, starting from the district and going down to the wards and the constituencies.
Okay.
So we are fine here.
The issues surrounding the former ruling party seem not to getting resolved anytime soon. When we look at the happenings, this time around, this group is supporting this one, the next. You guys have gone ahead and formed Tonse Alliance, but way before that there was Uka, and it ended in tears. Tonse now seemingly more like being separated. The other group seems to be clinging to the Given Luinda faction, another to Bran Munduvide. How is this affecting you here in Lundazi as the structures? Because I remember vividly at some point you seem like some of you belong to Robert Chawinga, the other ones. Now there's MZ who's also making some noise. We saw him coming to Lundazi just the other week. How are issues? How are you coping up? Because we've heard stories that some of you, the moment you attend this gathering here, you are labeled on the other. Seems more confused than you were a few years ago.
It's very unfortunate, Uncle Steve, what is happening. And first and foremost, I would like to thank our late president, Dr. Edgar Shagalungu, who saw these things, coming. When he saw that things were not going in our favor, especially the time when Mao Samba and the team, there was that fake convention, the famous school convention. He saw that things were not, going to be in our favor. He started organizing the opposition, and you remember he worked with Wuka, but things did not work out. And then there was Tonse, which was formed, and unfortunately, the big man left us, before everything, could be put in place. So, after the big man, we lost the big man. I think our leaders have not, done justice to us, especially, at grassroots level. And I will tell you frankly and vividly, Uncle Steve, that, what is happening up there is not, good for our structures down here. I want to thank our structures from, 2021, especially here in Lundazi. We've managed to keep our structures intact. We've managed to keep our, structures from section to the, constituency level, the district level. We've managed to keep them intact, and especially with the help of our member of parliament, who has been doing a very great job in terms of managing our structures in Lundazi. But, unfortunate is our leaders out there in Lusaka. There's too much ego. There's too much, everyone wants to be president. You can't do that, at the same time. So this is what is affecting not only the Patriotic Front, I think the opposition, as a whole at large. We are not heeding to what the Zambian people are saying. The Zambian people have said and have told us to come together, but our leaders out there are not doing justice to the grassroots here, at the bottom level. If you look at Patriotic Front countrywide, the structures are intact. We are waiting for direction, but the direction which is not, coming from our leaders, they are, bickering, fighting out there, which is affecting, the grassroots down here. And if we are not careful, it will not be good for us going in 2026.
Others are attributing this to a lack of good leadership. Others think ECL could have done better, could have chosen a successor way before he died, knowing there were issues to do with the Concord and all that. Do you still share the same sentiments?
Not really, Steve. ECL was very, candid. He was very frank. He always talked about the people themselves choosing a leader. He never wanted to impose himself or impose anyone on us. Just like he never imposed himself on us. We had to vote for him, to be president of the party and president of the country, after that. So now what has happened is the leaders at ECL left us, are the people that are causing all these confusions. Because, we've been talking about the convention from way back in 2023, coming up to 2025, up to now, we are still talking about the same thing, the issue of convention. So we know it's something that is, irritating, Steve.
I know you have ambitions of becoming Lundazi Town Council chairperson.
Yes.
With all this confusion, does it somehow affect your political ambitions?
Suddenly, somehow, somewhere they do. But you see, we are political animals. We know what we are doing, and the good part is us that here at the structure level, down here, we are doing a great job. We've managed to, to keep our structures intact and ensure that we do, and also, tell the people that we intend to do when we became, council chairperson. So we are doing our work and we are doing our job. Down here, we are able to do one or two things. Yes, what was supposed to be done now, as I'm talking now, Steve, because I remember in 2021, I was one of the aspirants for council chairperson. When it was January, we were busy organizing ourselves countrywide in terms of structures, who stand as council chairperson, who stand as councillor, who stand as member of parliament. Now what is happening out there is affecting us and is affecting, the party. But me personally, as, Peter Favor Tembo, contesting the position of the council chairperson, I have a lot of experience in terms of politics. I know what it takes and I know what to do at that particular time. And the only way to do now is to work with the people, work closely with the people. The councillors, they are good parties. Our councillors, most of them are intact. We've only, lost about 2 councillors who've defected to the ruling party. But we have a strong member of parliament we are working with, and also the 8 councillors out there, and their wards are sending the message across the district. So we are good to go on that position, because at the end of the day, it's up to the people of Lundazi, to see who can do what. We'll give our message, we'll tell them what we intend to do. At the end of the day, the people of Lundazi will decide.
Do we see you contesting as an independent, considering the happenings in the PF?
Not really. Not really. We've got formation. We've got, there's always plan B. There's plan B, the famous plan B of Patriotic Front. And once we reach that, that period, we'll be able to say, well, we are contesting on this, platform. But otherwise, as the Lundazi council chairperson, contesting, and also the councillors and the member of parliament, I think we'll have a route that will come and, share to the people of Lundazi, and they'll follow, that route. So we are good to go.
Just a few days ago, you were led to the 2021 election under Gordon Tembo as the district chairman. A lot has happened along the way. Just the other day, we saw him. He has refused that he has not actually defected. He just showed interest to contest on the UPND ticket. But if you were to check that one well, you definitely confirm that he is now in the ruling party, because he has already paid for 3 months rentals for the UPND party office. he also ensured that he had paid for food and everything for those that attended that gathering just the other day. Your reaction to whatever has transpired in the district? I know you're saying you're intact, but this is the gentleman that led you to the 2021 elections, which did not only see you lose the presidency, but of course you won the parliamentary seat in Honorable Brenda Nyirenda. He also won as Lundazi Town Council Chairperson. Other than that, the rest 10 wards also went to the Patriotic Front, which to me means you guys should have really remained together and continued with this team, because it seems like people believed in this team more than anything else. But now it's a different story. He may not have contributed 99 or 100% to that victory, but he was a part of the team. How do you feel seeing him heading to the red team?
It's very unfortunate, Uncle Steve. And the other thing is, I think politics of deceit and it should come to an end. You see, we knew about, my brother, my young brother, Gordon, working with the UPND way back in 2022, immediately we won the election. Because when he was district chairman, I think I came on Kanele radio several times, confronting him and telling him that he's not working with the party. And he never worked with the party during that period. From that time, he started working with the UPND. He's been working with the UPND from 2023. He's never contributed anything to the party from the time he won as council chairperson, which is very unfortunate, because he abandoned the people that supported him, the people that sponsored him, the people that he worked with. He abandoned them and then started working with UPND. So for us, from 2023 up to this time, we just know that Gordon is UPND. The funny part is, and the most painful part is that when you lie to the people, like what happened last week, it was a laughable incident, and very very unfortunate that look, you go with a government vehicle to a function of a political party. You go there and then you announce your candidature. You sponsor the office of a political party, and still claiming that you belong to another political party. That is deceitful. That's now what people should see, and see what
he gave an example, Mr. Tembo. Your brother gave an example that actually these are the team that maybe you are supporting is supporting FDD, Skonto Tonse Alliance. You've supported NCP. What is wrong for him also to support the UPND?
No,
there's confusion in the PF. Why can't you just bear with him?
No, it's a different scenario, like what is happening. If you've seen our members of parliament, the way we are in an alliance with the parties we are talking about, like FDD. Used NCP, now we FDD, which we use in Kasama and is it Chawama. It was an agreement that was reached, a consensus agreement, across the body, of the political party. It happened, in terms of, the issue of our brother. That was a defection, and it's not missed the constitution. When you cross the floor, what is supposed to be done is, we need to trigger for a by-election. What is happening in this country, I think, in terms of constitution, we are not doing the right thing in terms of. We've seen not only him, we've seen a lot of people defecting to a ruling party. Always they are still working and as Patriotic Front members. We've seen Robert Charinga going and boasting that is the one who has Rugwaro. You've heard about that issue of Rugwaro. He's there. He says, "I'm working with UPND. I will stand on the UPND ticket." The moment you announce that you will stand on this ticket, you start sponsoring that political party. It means you have defected. That's what we can say. Yeah, so in terms of, you talked about affecting our numbers. I don't think so. Look, if Big T is to defect today, you see the masses following him. You are a leader. What I saw there, I just saw him and the two councillors, working. The two councillors.
He said time is going to come when he'll bring his followers.
No, let's see the time comes and let's see. For me, I wish him all the best. We'll meet on the battlefield. We'll meet on the ground and see. We wish him all the best that he's going to UPND.
Do you feel jealousy that since 2021, you were together in the party, he never really supported the party like you said? He never gave money to the party itself, or even you as members Now he's giving this money to the UPND. Do you feel jealousy that the money is going to the great side?
There's no jealousy. It's just that, sometimes you have to appreciate the people that, you've come a long way with. You have to appreciate the people that worked for him. The people that, went, kneeled to the people kneeled down to the people for him. The people that he told night and day supporting him. Those are the people that he's supposed to go to and then, appreciate those people, but it never happened. So for him, what he's done, if he feels that's the best way to go in politics, good luck to him.
All right, let's move on. Let's get back to your confusion, because this confusion seems more like not ending anytime soon. The given Luinda camp has done quite a lot of damage to the already damaged PF. Expulsions for very important members. I remember in your preamble you did mention that the Patriotic Front stands strong here because of the support that you received from the Member of Parliament, Honourable Brenda Nyirenda. She's one of those that got chopped among many others MCC members. How do you react to that? Is there any survival at all?
First and foremost, it was an unfortunate incident that happened during that time when the acting president, given Luinda did that. We thought we were supposed to be at a time of reconciliation, a time of working together, a time of calling one another, sit down, and then, show the way forward. But, he acted harshly, which he has really affected, the party. Because now we are talking about division, which were not supposed to be there. Look, we should get, example from our president, the late president. ECL embrace everyone, embrace even those that were not even in good terms. The people that went out, insulted ECL out there, but ECL managed to bring them together, worked with everyone. So what we expected in the first place when, Honorable Given was given the position of acting president, we expected him to work with everyone, bring everyone on the board, so that we move together as a party. But what is happening now is very unfortunate. Is dividing, the party, down up to the grassroots level.
Do you see anyone among those that are vying for the PF presidency carrying the Edgar Lungu factor that you just mentioned, that he brought people, even those that backstabbed him, he had to bring them and embrace them as a family? Do you see anyone who can do that now?
Look, PF has got a lot of leaders, and we thank Michael Sata and Edgar Lungu for grooming a lot of leaders. We've got Brian Mundubire, who's leading the Tonse Alliance. For me, he can make a good president. We've got Young Makebi, he can make a good president. We've got Clifford Monde, he can make a good president. So it's just a matter of working together, bring everyone together, and then have one leader that can lead us.
We thought maybe the FDD under the Tonse Alliance umbrella, having won the recently held Chawama by-election, that could bring you people together. It's a different story as we speak. The cracks have already been seen now. You have lost an election in Kasama for the mayoral by-election that took place yesterday. And there seemed to be some finger-pointing. When FDD won in Chawama, there was a certain group that was saying some people should not celebrate because they were not a part of that victory. Now, the same group is being pointed at as saying you are the reason you have lost the Kasama mayoral seat. This confusion doesn't seem to be ending anytime soon. I'll add that again. Finger pointing now. Do you see the end of this confusion?
You see, it's very unfortunate as I started, when the way I spoke at the beginning. If you look at our leaders, the way they are behaving, it's unfortunate that we've got leaders that cannot embrace each other. We've got leaders that are always finger pointing. We've got leaders that have failed to work as leaders. You cannot be, we are dealing with a very sophisticated, regime that has mastered the weakness of the opposition. You see, they've mastered the weakness of the opposition, and the opposition are falling into that prey. Because you see, what happened in Chawama was a nice victory. Was supposed to step up and get Kasama. But what has happened in Kasama, first and foremost, for me, it's not a defeat because, we put up a spirited fight. The team that went there campaigned very well, put up a spirited fight. And, by-elections normally are always difficult for the opposition because of, the government machine and what is, happening, especially when it talks about, rural election. If you look at Kasama, Kasama's got it should be two constituencies. You've got Lukasha and then you've got Kasama Central. So there you expected a lot of, Imingala and a lot of things to be done. We expected all our leaders to be, put their differences aside, to be in Kasama, work together, and ensure that we win Kasama. But unfortunately, the same, case of bickering, the same case of finger pointing, it's very unfortunate and it's very annoying.
Others are calling for the united opposition. Seems like everyone else is saying the same, but their actions are pointing to something different. What do you think can bring together the opposition?
Look, for me, first and foremost, I think as the opposition, we are not doing what we are supposed to do. This is a game. And I'm telling you, from political experience that I have, we have a ruling party that will not want to see the opposition organized and, come together. They know that once the opposition come together, that opposition, the ruling party will go. So what they will do is they also play politics and make sure that we don't come together. And we are falling into that trap, which is very unfortunate. You see, people have talked, the church have talked, NGOs, everyone has talked. They've said, let's come together, let's work together. Now the problem is, why can't we come together and work together? That is too much egos. As I said, everyone wants to be president. You can't be president. You see, from the moment ECL, remember when ECL says he's stepping aside from contesting he's retiring from politics that time, we had 10 members of Patriotic Front just standing for one position. And then we have more than 13, which is, for me, from there I saw that this is confusion. Because if you have, you love each other, would have just said, look, let's have 2 or 3 to contest that position and support whoever, takes the lead and then support that person. But what is happening now is very unfortunate. We've got, comes, I heard one of senior members of Patriotic Front, speaking like, we are children that, this one came from MMD, you can't be president, this one came. We don't talk like that. That's not politics. So for me, it's very unfortunate that we have leaders that are behaving that manner.
There are several camps. Which one do you belong to? Currently, I know there's a camp for Honorable Brian Munduvide. There's a camp for Robert Chawinga. There's a camp for Honorable Given Luwinda. There's a camp for Makebi Zulu as well. And it seems you're going the different way. I'm asking you this. I know it's very difficult for you to respond to, but
yes.
But I'll need an answer from you, because just yesterday we heard from the New Congress Party endorsing Honorable Makebi Zulu as their presidential candidate. He has not responded yet. I was expecting a response from him by today, but nothing of that sort. Just heard him on a certain radio mentioning that he's calling for unity as well, so that the opposition can come together and unite and defeat UPND. We have also seen now Honorable Brian Munduvide seems to have taken the front seat of the Tonse Alliance through the Special Purpose Vehicle Forum for Democracy and Development, FDD. We don't know where Honorable Given Luwinda will head, but we have heard stories that there could be some other political party that he's also banking on. Which route are you taking, sir?
First and foremost, very unfortunate. Look, I am a leader. And my core, first and foremost, is for unity. I've been talking about unity. For me, the first thing that I would have loved to happen was unity. And then secondly is the people of Zambia have shown direction. And they will show us direction. For me, I'll move with the people of Zambia where they will show us direction, that this is the right person that can win us an election.
So you haven't seconded any of these yet?
For now, what I can tell you is I'll follow what the people of Zambia are saying. What the people of Zambia will tell us, this is the right person, and the person that is on the ground. The person that people are saying, this is the person. For now, I can tell you, I've heard people what are saying. The people on the ground are talking about Brian Munduvide. They are saying Brian has, as support on the ground. The people of Zambia are talking about Makebi Zulu. Okay, there's also another person I can talk about, which is my brother Monde. For me, I would have loved these 2-3 to work together. And then if they can work together, I'm telling you, we can have a very strong, opposition facing UPND. So for me, my appeal is if these brothers of mine can able to work together. Because people have said, if you go everyone, people are talking about Brian Mundubi. Why can't we all, work together with the person that people are talking about to work with? So for me, what the people of Zambia are saying, that's what we shall follow.
The Kasama mayoral by-election loss to the opposition, what do you think it's telling you?
What is telling us, if you calculate the numbers, I'll just calculate the numbers. If you add the ruling party has gotten about 17,000 plus, the opposition have gotten 14,000 plus. If you add the 14,000, and then these other opposition political party, Membe, Kalawa, and then UPPZ, and the other political party, put together, they voted about 7,000 plus votes. If you add those votes, they were about, turning to close to 22,000 votes against, 17,000 plus, which the UPND, got. So what is they are telling us is that very simple is, one, the opposition coming together, we are good to go. The opposition divided, something different. We may give chance to the UPND to win this election.
You've said when people give you a direction, you choose where to belong. Which people are you referring to?
Obviously, I've talked about the Zambian people. I've talked about the grassroots. We are consulting the grassroots. We are asking the grassroots. The grassroots are giving us, names. I've talked about 3 names, which the grassroots are talking about. And the grassroots are telling us, tell these people to come together and unite.
In case they don't unite.
In case they don't unite.
Moreover, Tiger has gone to the UPND directly.
Yes.
Do you see an opening for you to join and contest as a town council chairperson? He's gone to the other position, so there could be an opening there. Don't you see that?
I'm contesting as council chairperson, but not on the UPND ticket. I will contest as council chairperson on the opposition ticket.
In case they reach out, would you agree to that?
Politics.
You're talking about the grassroots talking, and if it happens that the grassroots tell you that we want you on the red side.
First and foremost, we are a consultative group. For me, I work with the member of parliament for Lundazi. I work with Brenda Nyirenda. I work with all the councillors. We are a consultative team. We sit down and analyze issues and decide what to do. And with all these confusions happening up there, and this team I'm talking about, we are sitting down, we are talking, we are seeing which direction to take and see the best way for this country. That's what we are doing. So for me, I will not make a decision alone. I will make a decision with my team. We are a team. That's how we work.
We've seen it happen before, sir, where this group goes to meet an aspiring candidate in the PF in the name of Makebi Zulu, and one from your camp calls them junkies.
I saw that. It was very unfortunate language. For me, I will call a spade, and I will speak to my colleague that, that language was not the right language to use. If you see that your friend have not done the right thing, sit them down. We are leaders. Look, for us as leaders, we need to give direction to our people. We should not, call each other names. In the first place, I said from the beginning, these are our leaders. So we are leaders here in Lundazi giving direction. That's why I said, if you heard me correctly, from the reception I've been talking about as a team, working with it as a team. So the moment you start calling your friend junkies, we are dividing ourselves, which is very unfortunate.
You are mostly associated with the same team. Were you around when such sentiments were being made?
No, unfortunately, I was not there. I was not going to allow such kind of sentiment. And I cannot allow that. And they know me. I will tell them, blank, this is not the right way to use. Because in politics, we need each other. We are brothers.
We had Honorable Brian Munduvide on the hot seat just the other day, yes. Appreciating some of these names. They did come out. He mentioned them, that you asked for direction. We are now giving you direction. Do you think that recognition was a nodding for calling other members as junkies?
No, I think, the direction, okay, the appreciation was not the language that was used, but the support that they've shown him. They've shown him support. They've declared the intention to support, Brian Mundubire. So that is the appreciation he was appreciating, not the language which was used.
You were not among those that attended this meeting by Honorable Makebi Zulu at Chivuche Palace.
Yes.
In case Honorable Brian Mundubire comes to Lundazi, will you attend his meeting?
I will attend all the meetings that are called by our leaders. Unfortunately, that day I was not around. I was not in town. That's why I didn't attend that meeting. But otherwise, for me, I will not stop to attend any meeting that I see that meeting is a meeting that is is good for the party.
Did you make any communication with the MZ team, confirming to them that you were not going to be around because of some other commitments?
Unfortunately, look, certain things is I'm a leader. I lead the youths in the district. Now, if I'm not properly communicated, to lead the youths into an event, sometimes it's very difficult to attend such kind of an event.
Some of those youths you're mentioning here were part of that MZ meeting at Chivuche Palace. You have not come out in the open to condemn the act of them being labeled junkies. Why this delay, sir? If you don't support such language from your party, what has kept you quiet? We've never seen you write a statement. You've never seen you contact us to issue a statement in that aspect.
Certain decisions and certain communications are done behind doors. I've talked to my brothers. I've called them. I remember 2, 3, 4 days ago I was with the district vice chairman. We talked about it, and then we made sure that we called the person that used that language and spoke to him.
What was his reaction?
It was forgiving reaction. He noted, and then he says, "Okay, I'm sorry, I apologize." So there's no need for me to go on here and started broadcasting, such kind of an event.
Have you communicated to those that spoke on camera when Makebi Zulu was in Lundazi and they were referred to as junkies?
And if you saw, most of the people that spoke on there were from Chasefu. Yes, they were from Chasefu district. That I remember the person that spoke was from Chasefu. Should be, former councillor Mutwaro is the one who spoke up at that event. None of the PF in Lundazi, I saw speaking at that event. So, for me, I think the best was just to, certain things you just talk them quietly and you speak to your brothers.
All right. 0776371293 or 0969928858. We're speaking with Lundazi Patriotic Front Youth Chairman. He is Mr. Peter Favor Tembo, who's also aspiring as Lundazi Town Council Chairperson on the Patriotic Front ticket. If possibly, it will appear on the ballot this year. But there seems to be uncertainty, and he's made it very, very clear that if such a thing doesn't happen, he'll listen from the grassroots and get to hear the direction that he will be given. And he prays that there is unity in the former ruling party. If you have a reaction, 0776 371293 or 0969 928858. You are vying for this position, Lundazi Town Council Chairperson. It's not an easy one. We have 10 words here, sir.
Yes.
How are you mobilizing?
Thank you so much. It's not the first time I'm vying for this position. I've been vying for this position from 2016 and 2021. I attempted. So I've been moving around the constituency and seeing the people what they are doing, and we are good to go. We are talking to people, and people are encouraging us, throughout the constituency, the district. In short, this is the district election.
All right. You're saying you have gone flat out. Yes. What are they telling you to focus on?
First and foremost, our people are looking at what they're talking about is development. Yes, the other thing is our leaders, we need to be close to our people. Our people need leaders that are close to them, that are able to listen to them when they have, challenges. most of the people that I've talked to have complained about our leaders not reaching out, to them, not, listen to what they want, and also not fulfilling the promises that we are promising them. And also they're telling us not to overpromise, just like most of our colleagues are overpromising, which is, at the end of the day, it becomes something else. We need to be realistic, and we need to understand the position that we are vying.
Let's look at the status of Lundazi. The Constituency Development Fund has been increasing over the years. Credit goes to the UPND government. They have done that. But if you were to look at what's happening here in Lundazi, it's quite very difficult for all those amounts they're mentioning to materialize in terms of painting a picture of what has happened over the years. Most of the times people complain that what we have just seen are classroom blocks and a few other developments that do not equal the amount that we get as a constituency as well as a district. What improvements would you want to see if you were given that mandate in August this year?
First and foremost, if you look at the Constituency Development Fund, quite all right. Thank you so much for the increase, which was increased by the government over the day. Now, the problem first and foremost with the CDF was the way it was implemented from the beginning. There are things that were already predetermined by the central government, for all the districts, of which, if you look at the monies which we are left with in terms of the constituency, fund, it is not the same amount that we are talking about. I'll give an example like the issue of these ministries. Look at the Minister of Home Affairs, the Minister of Health. Before long, Minister of Home Affairs used to buy their own vehicles, but now the Constituency Development Fund is buying the vehicle. Before long, the Minister of Education used to build schools. Now everything is being heaped on the Constituency Development Fund. If you look at the Minister of Health used to buy their own vehicles, their own build their own facilities. Everything has been heaped on the Constituency Development Fund, which is suffocating the same Constituency Development Fund. What we wanted to see was the Minister of Health continuing doing what they were supposed to do. Minister of Home Affairs, because for the past 4 or 5 years I've not seen anything that the Minister of Health has done in terms of buying equipment like vehicles and Lundazi, apart from the ambulances which were bought by the Constituency Development Fund. I think Constituency Development Fund should have a supplementary.
Get all your thoughts, sir. Let's accommodate this call. Hello? Yewa bwana. Makola mwatandala uli.
Maba banje.
Ili makola mba dada njano utumila nko.
Gama banda makilaru wakawayo.
Okay. Ni fumbo ni ndemanga tukutumizikana na Peter Tembo.
Ndizomena ka ndemanga. Awa yuziki ya chomele vizungu so wandu wangatuma ya makulu wanandi watumeke wana
hapa yo
hapa chumbuka kizungu so wandu wamanyema kwa pofumbina na wanandi wapulika ya ikayi boyoya.
Taonga dada. Ngene gawo? Kanele FM halo. Yebo.
Matandara uli.
Makola kwa linamwe.
Jere kuno kwa kapshira. Au chizumi chumene ya yonu kulika chizumi nani.
Okay.
Kupulika makola kwa kodi chato kulika kizungu wa kupara kizungu agogo nganga pulika sempo kwa
Okay. Taonga chome. Kanele FM halo.
Hello.
Yebo.
Yeah, it's on Nyirenda.
Mr. Nyirenda, where are you calling us from?
From Mayad compound.
Yes, sir. Is it a question or contribution?
It's a question.
Please go ahead.
I heard that there is confusion among themselves. There is misunderstanding among themselves. But my question is, who be the president in this party?
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you. 0776371293 or 0969928858. This is NCHEZGO here on Kanele 97.7 FM. Tumoya chomene vizungwa adada Tembo banta mkulongoza mpenja mulongozi mba vitumbuka na vinyanja vimanje manje vizungu moyo ya chomene. A text here, read. Okay, let's pick this call. Hello there. Yebo. Makola kwa nina mwe dada? Batata njano tumilanko. Ngunu kwa bwana? Ni fumbo panyi ndemanga?
Ndemanga waka.
Yo yandada.
Bwana pika mbunu mwe danga mweka.
Makola uli akuru.
Manye mundu miona hii.
Na manya Steve mbari wani.
Taonga kwa sababu ya kwinu kuweni.
Naonga kuru.
Madando ayo mpereka yo. Iyo nitase tukufipaka mtima tunyengo rumara na kutuwa convention ni kenge.
Naonga kuru.
Tokuwa kwa imo watangilizi vitu wa mno mundazi. Ndemwa pushinga kwa wa mungamaya tuwanga pushinga. Sanke vini mkenda. Kwa tosa kuta tujuza taka present ni jani yengu rumara.
Okay. All right. Don't get it out. 0776 371293. 0776 371293. This is NCHEZGO on Kanele FM. Hello? Kanele FM, hello?
Hello, Mwatandrauli.
Makola dada, Mwatandrauli US kani kuna nkungono.
Okay, Mwatandrauli asibu.
Ya inatandara dada, kwa limu?
Nanga Mwatandrauli abitima.
Naonga Mwatandrauli akuru.
Makola.
Ni fumbo panyi ndemanga dada?
Ni fumbo kwa victory na kandemanga pa umali.
Yo yana kuru.
Ine ndine Vincent Peter calling from Kapatamoyo. Fumbo lane nda kuti ngumbanifumbe kwa victory.
Wafumbeni akuru.
Ngumba ni wafumbe kutika a victory aonani na makola hai. Kuti either kapena chipani cha kumtolani au cha kumulekani. So fumbo nda kutika original ntamke mwani. So tukwena kuti uneneso kuti kamu za mshtauri nyawo yake mzamda bawali kwa kapa mpano yake pakunozgera kutana tenifumepo kwa kwa sana vandeleka ipo ni milenge mbitu kaso cha pesa toka imwe para Amerikani tawandu ise mzamtana seuri zo fumbo loyamba.
Okay.
Kanamba 2 ndemanga kuta no imwe mwanzimwe ngemwa kulikana wakakuno kwitu kuno ku ground kuti wa PF because voyamba na kutanya hivyo not it affect Spanish because if I start affect Spanish kuti mwatangwanisika ise tavanhu tikumulondolani kuno kumasinda kwene imwende mwapulikana waka so that at least kuno kumasinda kuno because kuno ku ground root kuno kulije mugwedegwede yayi mugwedegwede uli kuko kuchanya uko.
Okay.
Yeah, ushomeni vonati waka ndemanga na kafumbo kwa dada Victoria.
Naonga chomeni. Okay, we can pick a few more. There's a text, Mr. Tembo here. This one reads, I would like you guys to cooperate here on the grassroots so that we can come and win council chairperson in August. Okay, let's pick this one. Hello? Oh, lost connectivity there. You can call us again on Tonse Alliance. Okay, so this is the same message that he had actually sent earlier on, in line with the call that Vincent made. So that's a message from Vincent, which has already been put across. Tuwayoye kuchitumbuka wa Tembo vandaikepo zina yaocha. We were discussing development. You were talking CDF has been used in a way that it is still doing some other projects as were being done independently by ministries. Maybe before that, let's accommodate this one. Hello there.
Hello.
Yes.
Mr. X from Mwasi.
Kindly speak up, Mr. X.
From Mwasi, yes.
Please go ahead.
Mr. Big T, carry on. Forge ahead. We are behind you. We know for sure that the disturbance will settle down, and we are with you. Bye.
All right. Let's attend. We had to stop you from explaining that particular aspect. Please go ahead. Then we'll react to the phone calls that came through.
Thank you so much. I think Chihamba first ni pepese ku watu vitu kuwaro. You know, radio itu ina Kanele utapata chomeni. So sometimes It's important tayo yako chizungu, tayo yako chinyanja, tayo yako chitumbuka so ati wantu wonse bapulika. Otherwise, na mpulikani wantu uko. Tiyo yenge TSS ati tiyo yenge wonse vitundu, tiyo yako chinyanja, tiyo yako chitumbuka, tiyo yako chizungu so ati na wanyitu awa kurusaka, wapulikenge. First and foremost, I want to thank Kanele FM. You people are doing a good job because if we've got friends even outside this country, in America, who here, do listen to Kanele. So sometimes patazapano to chizungu to tushitawanyiti wala wakutarika pakutari, especially pa mafumbo ya fika, like my first question ya mangutufumbo ya ya disturbances mchipani, tatangu palatayo ya tiyo chizungu. So ati wala wakuru tangu nisaizi washauri wapulika kan kumanya tu wapulika radio yitu wamvera radio yatu so that na wewe wazibe kuti vane vichitika kono down wantu they are not happy, wantu they are not happy what is happening. So balewane kumpulikani na pulika chomene vomihoya pango wa Steve wangu iziti wa Steve wangu fumba kuti para para in case wala wanyitu wakuti bali pampando wapitirizenge then itamuelera ninga wasimikiza kuti this time nuwerenge yayi because last time ngawerera and the people complained bara wakansupportanga wakati wapanga mistake kuwerera. So this time nuwerenge yayi nisewenza na ime wantu so ati tuone hivyo tingachita parundazi itu ajojo kona mwangani na dio yenge chitumbuko kuti mpulike because tangu ya chizungu chifuka cha vile nangu ya pa first. So na yangankani ya chana Steve ya CDF nangu ya kuti before CDF indafike 20 itafike kuma 30 pini before wakale boiki la 30 pini ma ministries ya yezo sewenza chitene fuko sewenza. So what has happened now, ma ministries siya sewenza vamene wafunika kusewenza CDF ya tenga vonse vamene kamba kuti this is not supposed to be the case vintu penye kuwa intene yai because let's say for example na mpeleka example ya Ministry of Health kale wakagulanga mamotoka Minister of Home Affairs wakagulanga mamotoka ya polisi but hapa shutika sono CDF yugula vila vonse. So if tapenya kuti CDF payeka waka ila CDF watipe yoze CDF tigulenge vintu tukumba una Lundazi ngumana CDF ngisembenasta vintu vambili maningi but because of that yatondeka kuti chite hivyo vintu vupenjeka kuti vichitike. So ndiye hivyo ninga pali issue ya CDF
fumbo yane pala ninga iwezgaso mchitumbuka yango ya kuti kopalai ya CDF wakuti ya njipa kune vitu kuko muno Mulundazi vukoneka chomene yai kumalo wanyake vukuoneka muganiza kutimu mga wapo uli usange mwawina mu August
hivi hapa hapa pa bridge hapa hii bridge kaluta hapa na dam ya Mhamba yatuonesa vintu vinane yango Steve because para ikawa bridge tikachimbilira tonse para kuna kutamba bridge vikashitikanga and after boma yafika hapa and they want to give kudos to government para washita vintu vakuti vashitika makola tendi to appreciate bridge wakaweza fast vantu vitu washitawadi tumbuka makola we saw mamotoka ya nandi of makansels vanyitu we saw ma water bowsers na sona ya kutipa maji
mungu mulije water bowsers
tije water bowsers for the past 5 years. We saw matipa. I think there was an issue at tipa itu kuno ilisoga Lundazi paringani ile kawa na parliamentary committee wantu wakawa council wakaruta wakawafumba na sono le tipa indize tilije tipa pano tilibe water bowser tilije vintu vosebenzesa pano pa Lundazi town council yitu. So isa chikuwa cha kutabusa choma ni vichi vuchitika kuli CDF yitu because wanyitu vose vuchitika tivuona cha sefu rumezi tikaona ma water bowser anyake akafumanga na I saw something written cinder. It should be seen that Shadiza water bowsers coming on Lundazi. We thank our brothers bawagiza kuna kutivuira but if penje kavya vintu nice tabauli tabanavo. So ivo vuchitika in terms of CDF yumoya kare para maona mabridge yitwa yonse anandi akashikana CDF yaliruta meaning CDF yonse ni njira maji because ila bridge ya ku mutu wanje of iliruta bridge ya ku it should be Bokosi iliruta so mabridge yanandi yaliruta yalishikana CDF meaning the quality of work ya CDF ikashika ikawa makola yai. So tupende tishite improve pali hivyo tuchita kono Lundazi.
2 messages. Gift Mwila is saying it's true what Mr. Tembo is saying about CDF. Everything is CDF. Star Milasi says, truly, CDF is slowly being suffocated. This fund can work very well if it would be a supplement to procurement and projects in various ministries. Just concurring with you. Those are messages coming through Facebook. Mr. Nyirenda did ask, the question was, who do you think is going to be president of the PF?
Hapa sono hapa pariko Tanganyika, because I heard my brother and the big man, President Mundubire, saying he has withdrawn from that race here PF. Number one. Number two, kulima court case here about no PF sono ngarota.
Yes, the injunction that was filed by Robert Chavinga was just upheld the other day. Yeah,
I saw walalawitu wa Kanduruo na wa Jinikapata wakawa na press briefing yesterday assuring is again kuti kubenge convention. Your convention yushtika yai ndiye suzo tilinayo because tuyo ya waka, because electing a leader we could have done ngatikachita pamene pala pa 28. You remember pa 28 Brenda wakawa secretary, deputy secretary general, acting secretary general. Wakapika vonse vintu malomake, vonse vintu in place to have elected a leader. Para voting a leader para that time. So but now vote a leader. This time was not going to be. We are not going to talk about this. And it was going to be simple. What we would have done was now using Asabe. This time there is technology. Would have used technology. I have voted from my home. You see, vote for a president. We'll have had a president by this time. But what is happening, ni daily, wakana meeting, no convention is in Pantani, wakana meeting, convention is in Pantana. And this is what we are saying, Professor. That's why my youth wanyaka across the country, wakutipara watondeka, wafume para pampando, wavireke voice vareke kovantu wangachita hivi. So now, what has happened is, others have shown direction. Mundubira says, I'm going for president. Now, who can stop him? Because he has seen this confusion. He has seen kulija kuturuta nyego iruta. So ipara muntu wote inakuruta hapa nkuta wa president, and the people are saying go for it. Why stop him? Let him go for it. And the people of Zambia will support him.
0776371293 panji 0969928858. Tikudumizana na dada Peter Tembo venao mbachitengo cha waukirano mchipani cha PF muno mboma la Lundazi ndipo wakupenga kusoleka wa chitengo kansulu ya Bomalino muvisola vya mwezi wa August. Hello?
Hello, Matandarauri.
Makola, kwa limu.
Makola.
Yowewe yani kona ngongono banjano tumirango.
Sentosi kukambali.
Atanjani? Zina? Zina inu mwanja?
Ina sentosi kukambali.
Alright, adada tosi. Ndemanga ikutiuli?
Iwo hapo mbunenesa nadi. Nadi munadi wasidi so hizo kuiza kama kola yai kizoyo umeneso wanitwa mbwenu vindu kuiza kufuma huku na huku usije kwa popeleka sehemu mbwenu ndo virengo la tezera mundaza kuicho chini jwencha so aba balipo tumaya makora kwa kutopenya kunanga zina la kwa president kuti vindu vitanganitenga rekingisi kama kola so na uneneso para mwai wanga wako kundazi Udu tu achitenga mostira nyaosha.
Okay. Taonga chumena adada tosi. 0776371293 or 0969928858. NCHEZGO here on Kanele 97.7 FM. Mulina Ndemanga, Mulina Fumbo, nyengo yene hiyo tukudumizana na dada Peter Favor Tembo. Kuchemeka kuti big team ndimo kumanyikira enyacha mawa kuti ndine zgozi chawezi kuno kunyangwe New Boarding Secondary School Fumbolane ndakuti kasi pala bakhalapo bana plani uli pa bantu bolemala. Okay, we'll finish reading that. Let's pick this call. Hello babe. Yewa bwana.
Na wewe ndine machao digama kuno kawai. Jani kuza ikiwa kwa big team.
Okay.
Tuwa para tinga beka makanselazi. Eni tibeke tuwa de jinandi, yotina Lundazi ile under PF. Kwa hiyo PF kwa na pafukitomele. Hata kulola kwa vitu vinyaje hivyo vinga na problem zao bali kupeleka kwa comparative zaidi kuma
adada gama mwapulika kuti ava vopenja kusoleka kuti vali mofesi cha so vafumbeni ava kuyana na ivo vanga kachita para vanjira mofesi osabafumba nga bali mu office abacha mu office muli ya Golden Tembo
para wano pano tinga msolani atuna problem zao mkwaona na maso asemga na sova
hapo mwalongosola ako naonga chama
zualitaji kuona maso ngana ndi direct na vile vinavyooneka bali utonda kuti anawe kama mu office kwaona so chama nganga na mu office
bakwizayo huko
na magamoti ganalo wako ngola so cha kwajwa wachanga bangira mthuri ndokuti chikole moti kwakora kutangani gari kuti gari nachona kuti myake wakamthuri myake wali pawala ndokuti mkorane nokorana
ku office kuma office kwa umurutako yayi
kuwangorozoro ngotoka ya ili ozanga maiko zvaura ta Afrika mbori yamala pa business nanda
pepan
sanga chama gora
naonga gama all right 0776371293 okay Kanele FM hello
Mandandala
makola yo yaniko nkongono panji fonini keni kufupi na mulomo dada mbanjano utuminako
ine banda zondani tigando mwase ndembe
nitaonga nifumbo panji demanga
ndemanga waka
ayo yanti please
awa dada hivyo yavukulikika kwene kasugo nja kuti paranyiti makarapa mipando vanyiti vaumboti ruwaise kuno kumakaya
okay
ndengu ya pano ine MP witu wapa Lundazi pano wakaiwa kuti ine paramwani votera nizamuzanga kuno gando kwene kudagwa tukumona posta chitako
okay
so awe voyoya notati ndenge kumaso nga imagure vanyake awo wakuti wopimba kumaso cha
okay
yeo
taonga tatu hello mwatandara uli
makora mwakeza ya ngombe
makola mbanjano utuminangwa
ita kuexamine
okay ni fumbo panji demanga
awe ine ni fumbo
afumba ndata
mbona nja kuti ka awo vantu hawakuza kuisa makora chumeni wasipakuza kuti kana 2020 njene batika yamhayana nja kuti orofumbo tingatika masuzwa ayatufesinana naye muno mu Lundazi masuzwa tinayana ndi muno nkawatibije omonga ta mumakomponi nkawatibije
fumbani fumbo ino ni vichi
fumbo yakwanja ndikawa zamukwaresika makomponi kuti nozikutikira mutu nkawatuweni kazikaito avalipo sonotigerera magagerede vasowitapanga ntowa
okay taonga koro misewiwe mimmakomboni kamunga kwaniska Tembo ati wanyinu watondeka Kanele FM hello
mwatandarauli
makola mwatandarauli
adada Tembo mwatandarauli
makola mwatandarauli ajoto
ine dine jojo mwanani nati mwanenesa eno wakaninde manga imu mwanzo hapo sobukuza makola chomene pa wireless kuyoenda kugwada na kupapatira kwene kalepo mbono magirasi motoka no ujura para kutuma utenga bani kutina suzgo kuno kuzomera kuwe mkone kuti mchite mbwe mkutondeka so no hivi tikulanga ziradi kuti mkuwange hapo mkuti pepe ikawaka kungana mwana makarapa mpando mboni mwaturuwa kwene chikumika pangano lila mwayo yalikuwa nilisikenge so tukuyoya mda kalepo ya kwene tanzi kudandala kutipata mikanipo pakuwange mpanchito kutitawazisa pata mpoterani mwani tumulierenge po makola so hivyo dandala vantu kwanisa ninge so kati ndala vantu mu office cha kwa kuti hapo so nikupapatira hapo kwani para mwakalapo no zoro mkuti jumba waka ndi pachigona pafupi hapo zani kweli kumpenjani so tayo yapo hapa tikulanga hapo before hapo so mkupapatira yeye uchomeni
taonga George 0776371293 hello mwatandara uli
makola mwatandara
iyo yani kuna nkongono dada
makola mwatandara ulango
makola mbatata njano tumilango
hapa mwana wa Chisandru kwa chikumbi mwase
okay
nina tinifunde
fumbana kwa
Tembo ka ulendo wa mara Tembo tikawa nao ombwe wakatundeka kutwaini pa ukansoche hapa na baso kuti hapa kuti yayo usikastari kuti opeja zaini kando ndomeko izwa imana ndipendo zaulira kuti paranga sezingata vanhu ine kuti kusangana masuyo pambata tukawa iwo ikandondomeko zauli kuti wangawana nkhondo inge iri mundazi pamasuyo ananande
taonga ko ngene kako panji paliso kanyake okay tingene kako tutole ko panyake pano Kanele FM alo
Karangoma
yewa bwana matandara uli
makora mali mtrao
afungani mazgo mbanjani utumirango
ndinya ofred mpula kajao
fungani mazgo mulukukweni
ya mbara
fungani mazgo ni mwadoda fungani mazgo ni fumbo ndemanga ni fumbo pani ndemanga
ndemanga ndio kwa dada wa apitimo para kipani pakarege vakindi mpaka kinga kachipani wetinga makora kwa boma ndo yote wote walikara bomu batie kwenye kaso mo oyambana wao msimu tsoko msitondeka kwenye saudi kipani wa kipani watu kipani ndio gogo wakapa kwenye watu kwa kuamanya wavotere
okay taonga data Kanele FM alo tieni ti mpeni ya dada Tembo muzgole danke mafoni yangaleka pano cha vati vantu wakumanyani mbembe za PF zimtangwanisika ninge waka solano waka mani ngachipanika uvuwe waka nde mumirire nditu vamvotera ninge
first naonga chomene kupa icho confidence wanayo paine wantu wonimanya wantu nipenya ni zoreko wa Georgia padoko isi Uncle Steve isa wantu tunasuzu wantu walundazi wotimanya toze muntu mukumanya nkalo yake then mbwenu waza kwa imwe kuti mpeja kuimirira wamteta boza tunamuchinja para mvotera muntu angachinja yayi para muntu mumanya nkalo yake kuti nkalo yake injiheni ora mvotera ora uri para mumwika pampano nkalo yake injiheni wamuchinja yayi. So we know our people from the beginning want to kala now na kale yakao tukamanya but ife tushita kuti para waza gwatira wamuchinja apa sono tisebenzana wantu tumanya kuti uyu muntu olo walije kalikose olo wanakale pampando tucheza naye ndiye muntu yomungaika pampando para mweke muntu pampando kuti waza sono chifukwa upenja voti wamuchinjirani because wamuwelera kunkalo yake. So these things vushtika tuviona and vantu uviona vintu para wanyaki mangoya kuti para tukapenja kuimirira mu 2021 apa sono ndondomeka uli tizenge nayo why tupenja kuimirira susuti. You see mu 2021 ine kapenja kuimirira nkachita apply kuchipani wakanileka wachipani because nkaona kuti uyu mnyane wali wapa akawa chairman wane tikasezenga pamozi TNT msapote wale tenge shitukuko TNT sezere pamoza wakanipalia walala sezere pamoza tika supporta taona kuti hivyo tika supportanga ndivo yai and vision yasi nasi kuti tikaesa para kuti mile wande tole sono hapa tati this time around tikwiza team ilirenge tawe yakare para kuti para bati yawe big tiwe yai wanyake watolenge team ilirenge because wantu wapenja kutimirire and this time tistenge yai disappoint wantu tistenge uli team iliye so wantu hiyo wakaone hivyo tutamshitako. Uncle Steve pano Lundazi ni vinandi hivyo vindu vakuti ine nkuona na maso yane kuti vili makola yai hivyo kuti tingachita teka waka pano Lundazi pala maona kansulo itu hivyo vushtika vinandi. I'll give an example, Uncle Steve, ya simple market itu the way this, because first and foremost para mona kachito ya council council chairperson na chito ya council abala data bakuzirami ngango ya papa maroti one of the period ya council ni kumenga short marodi ma township roads utu marodi to grade out to makola ku bantu itu And you see, these are the first thing that we should do as a council. Council ni local government. Tushita kuti pali vitu va sanitation, kuti vintu vikale makola, marodi yakale makola, drainage yakale makola, ndiye vintu penyeka kuti first and foremost
munga vichite, Tembo munga vichite.
Tisewezereke pako siku nikatondeka plikana siku niyo, tikatondeka, I'll give an example. Kufuma pa gender pa. Ine kusewezera pa market. Ine kusanga pa market. Simple ngo Steve kufuma pa gender pa. Kukafika kuodi kuma orders. Parije toilet. Muni parija kuti kasu ngatondeka wika toilet. Pa mabanki apa, pa mabanki tukhali pa mabanki. Apa mabanki. From my offices. Want to eat apa so openya ndram mosuzi kana toilet. Are you telling me kasu ngatondeka wika toilet? Na ICDF tidina.
Ni vantu mukasapota mweka Tembo 2021.
Womanga apa solo tumanga tumashop kula. Tumashop to pana taso ine kufika na ndio tumanga tumashop. Because kaka shop womanga is better ine na ika toilet apa banki. Ila toilet pangi ndalamo cha na kashop kala tupanga tumashop. I cannot build such kind of mashops. Pala tikutitisi as na development.
Imwe apo mukava supportanga mazgo akaba kuti batevetenge abantu.
Wakati pali yanga tuwatewetenge antika ugomeza kuti tuwatewetenge pataona kuti wakati batondeka yaya ntuone vivuchitika luko ativini aba planning tikaika pa township ground yala mashopu tikaika pa those are white elephant shops because of poor planning and you know chundabwiza nja kuti council as planning department, where is our planning department of council? What are we doing? Para pa ground pa township atusangika pa na madriver wanyane pa tusangika pa township para maji yokhalira pa drainage system yotondeko chaka drainage system ayuta ni mikaso tikatondeko cha drainage system bila pa. The problem tinayo is leaders vile wangu yoya para takuma offices kula tuchinje no kuhanganisha masifa seva
vati bora para uraviri wanjira mkati wamba chaira pala wandi wamba kagonka wakavantu nte imwe na mwatembo para nyengoira mwaisanga namwe mungakambuita ngana mumbwitira vanyina muonera so
ine gumanya kuti pana fuma kula ni 5 years niwe ngem street niwe kwa nyane so pana ngonyane amo nifumba nyane kai mungati promise hivi nanga hivi chitika tikavatose unani vuchitika look at our roads are not okay. Tangu ya pari vintu penye kugula mga kaso. One, we need a proper madraina mama grade hapa na pakaso. CDF ya pana mwalika CDF kuti nizilinga CDF.
Wanyinu wakakarapapa kwa mayo. Wakut CDF nja kanso cha CDF nja ku CDF si committee uko na wa MP. Muza mseweza uli mkutivu wa mgule ndela mazawene ya Tembo.
If you heard what government is talking about, Parinkani ya CDF is to empower the councils in conjunction with working with the member of parliament. The people that implement those CDF ni wa council. Mamoto kayo siya hanakuti ku council. This member of parliament na councillors, they only give direction. Wa council ndiye washa implement yours. Wa management wa council ndiye washa propose vinandi vushtika kula. And who is the head of the management? It is the council chairperson. Simple. The council chairperson is the one who works hand in hand with the town, the CS. Ndio usezera pamoja kwa noti vindu viende pamoja.
Kulingana zinyake zenezo za sugachomene mkanso ya sono na ila ya kale. Nkani ya maplot. Kuli resolution panji kuti chigamulo chene chapelekeka na kansulu yose kuti avindu viende abantu mubashitende. Mbonu vati vukutondeska kanandi ikuwa ma resolution ya bakuyoya ma councillor na council chairperson cha kanandi ikuwa implementation kuti vila vindu vichitike vateweti kula ku kansulu vanyake meetings za kugata openja vindu vikhale na mne viriri ntene mwamuchitauli imwe kuti suzuko ili mali vanyinu na oponjira mula wakanjira na mazaza anga ndimwe atemboka mazaza bakaba na implementation ndimwe yayi bateweti wa kansulu mwamuchita dupula pamsana kuti waseweze
ise as council makansela na council chairperson tupanga ma resolutions
kwena implementation njinu yayi kuti vila vindu vichitike
vichitikenge
management
vichitikenge para ise tilisias tu vichitikenge the council wala makansellors na council chairperson the councillors they've got power to write a report against the CS and the council management. Makansellors wangakana vindu vushtika pa so makansellors wapetenga wasezerenge pamozi na council chairperson. The problem tinayo ine kusangana makansellors vitu anandi makansellors kusangana nao tukana pamoza direction parije makansellors wasezera direction council chairperson wasezera pamozi yai council chairperson wasezera pamozi yai na member of parliament vingaenda uli vintu makona Oswenzera pamozi yayi. We have a problem Lundazi where Council Chairperson, DC, Member of Parliament was wenzera pamozi yayi. Makaserazi was wenzera pamozi yayi na Council Chairperson. Uyo ni boss wako.
So imwe para suzgo wasangana nayo mnyini ya kuti abantu bakolezgana cha. Namweza kamuwirani pa mutupwino apa Tembo. Vayo ya kuti CDF njama ofisi mwinucha. Njaha ofisi hapa chanya ila. Tierezgele kuti angana za ngongo ndo wawina. Muza mchita uli.
Ile na msebeza kulingana kubona msebeza na makasira za wana mula lao. And we are going to show leadership. Chusuzi ni kuzichepesa utisebezele pamoza. Kutukureza. Lundazi njitu yonse. We are brothers and sisters.
Pala mwamba ona 18 pini plus imu mgakulezgana na njana Tembo.
Nambukiza pano Steve. Nakupaliana tumaona kuti tikoleza na watu, tuseweza na makona na watu. Mwavuona tili ndivamba kuyeta.
Watu watumbama na ndalama Tembo.
Nayo yakale kuti muntu olo ayute ndrama para unatuko acha kumana kuti wiwo tumbama then mwamwika pala watu mbamengi.
Utenga kufumira kwa gift mwina pa Facebook. Mr. Tembo, before it's too late, I don't see PF on the ballot paper this year. Nyengo ya mala. Caesarman Piri. PF ili mawoko gachavinga. So mukwa niskenge nae uli yula wali sponsored na UPND. Misha Kinyirenda kutiba PF, don't lose hope. Be happy. Remember that there is no PF, but people are able to give you votes through a non-FTD. Let's all work with Brian Munduvide. You will thank me later. Na utenga atfika kufumina pa Facebook. Njimunya Jombe. Wakuti big team. Last time Honorable Brenda was appointed DSG. What happened to her appointment? Why was she fired? Ngumanya chapa ni mwazgolerenge. Panji mwazgolerenge yai. Awo gabe magano wano wino. Kwene sumbirani vantu vayo vinanda Tembo. Titole koso vangondi. Vangondi mbao malio. Kanele FM, hello. Hello?
Hello, mwachoma bwanji.
Nachoma akuru, mwachoma bwanji.
Sekiriza bebwenu. Mwaka muyo isikana na wapiri kumdeuka.
Nkuni uko?
Kwa mdeuka. Ya ise program taitemwa, ndiposo taipika makora. Kwenu waka ine maya makora ya itonyo yenge. Sanke ni ndemanga, sanke ni fumbo. Ine niambire kusimba kutona ni kare muno Lundazi. Kana magari moto ya CDF ya ringa. Ndiposo no pata bega tina mamutu gari moto ya CDF ya ringa. Ndiposo mbantu walinga au banjira nchito juwa kama gari moto ya CDF. So para tibekenge para mwini wa mwofesi kosa muoneramu. Na muonbeza mba sikuiunza mjiramu. Paeke vya kumitondani kwene chinga makora utunzeteu mza kwanisa. So para mwini wa mwofesi apotawana utuwa buda tentishiteuli tenti mwovwili. Ndiposo kinyankesu onani tukuyoya kutindoka ngumutu wakuru. So para tiambe ringira kutiyai ahe kuno bekani nikenipo katiketi ya PF onani mweza mweka na president winu kumanyai wa chupani. So pa chinga makola imo para munandara mapindani waka mkaimile pa independenti olo munjileko mkapungo kanyaki waka chupani kanyaki mzaini Iwaize tukuiona na umoyo yai. Ndiposo bila mwangula utiyae upinja utubaya senzerenge pamoza kukolezgana wa PF, pa ADC, ba UPND. So banga kolezgana uli. Mnyake ni taiba, mnyake mbwe ni striker. Mnyake upenja njizga, mnyake upenja kora. Wakolezgana nge mpozi. Para wa ruling party wanoza, yura opposition watengembu. So wakolezgana nge mpozi. So pa tupenda utiinse Lundazi teuli itukuke tepachanyi uwe mwose wakati bile mchipani chilinga chimoza muzamuona chitukuwe zamwamu
Taonga dada
maya na mara hii
Tongele chumenda dawan 0776371293 Kanele FM, hello.
Hello.
Mwatandara ulimbajano utumirango
Natandara makora sizo kwene ine ndine suzo mvula kuno kwa boyore kisi makodi
Tongele ya suzo
ine awa dada oho Tembo ina dadaona pikizira paka nyengo zitali zomene.
Okay.
Nangawe ni kuno kucha sefu kweni kama programs tiliwa moza. Au atata Tembo awo ine chinga chita divide. Hadi utiwe ngani fumbo. Kafutola mwa join aka FDD. Kunaona kuti FDD so no yarika moto ka. So ncho mpembani kwa dada Tembo ka chinga uri kuti mwa ka FDD na mndoyoera abantu kuti mpaka mzakapfure mpando.
Okay.
Yewo dada Tembo ati mtunani wote.
Okay. 0776371293 titoleko babiri ba umaliro mbwenu tiba pe umwa ba Tembo bazgole. Kanele FM alo?
Ine na wewe hapo ndina Jojo.
Jojo ndemanga ni fumbo.
Ini semene ni kulanda ngapo kwa daga.
Yo yanda.
Para kulimwari kumbukani mafumu watatu kuti vanati pala wakalapo mboni waruwa mafumu sote dukana mafumu bo mafumu odandaura nayo yapo waka kubai.
Okay. Kanele FM alo?
Hello.
Yeo mutandara uli.
Hello.
Yeo bwana mutandara uli.
Hello.
Chikoneka wakunipulika yaya. Mutandara uli?
Makola mutandara uli.
Makola badada njano tumirango.
Ine picture iwa nutumira kuno kwezela miki.
Okay.
Taxi. Adida nkoma.
Yeo nkupulika tata.
Niko na fumbo na abantu.
Fumba anakulu.
Fumbo ndo kunena kuti uli pala panyingo ya sono muyene baliri bali pa umoyo ula nyene wojipenjela bayiweka but pa abantu baba votera waika bakhala fika pa mpando pala otondeka kuona abantu abanyene babachinja umoyo ozochencha patu we mitwanye batusanga pa mpando nolonga no pitantu kulimba kwao kuti wakaje na bana wao.
Okay.
Yeo.
Naonga chomene. Chifukwa banyake bara bangu bakuwelezga titole ba umaliro sono Jojo banguwelera waka tingatola ba umaliro mbwenu timalizane na dada Tembo pa program ya NCHEZGO. Kanele FM alo? Mwatandara uli?
Makola madondara uli.
Makola mbadada njano tumirango.
Mba Kasaro Edward kizaniki.
Dada Kasaro ni fumbo pa ndemanga.
Ine ni ndemanga waka. Ndemanga yani ndakunena kuti ine chongoona mabhoma yose kuyamba paka izira kaunda paka sona. Mose ukumba chipani chikale chimoza because PF members yose na ma independent members yose charo chose udandara kuti kuko chikwenda ta wokumba kuti tose chikale chipani chimoza chiseveze makola so chikumira kuti chibe one party state ni mongo online ni ndemanga ndi na tini kepa.
Oh.
Yes.
Pepa. Timazi mwanteura dada Tembo. Zgolani mafumba bafumba bantu mbanandi banyake bakuti yai mupoke ngeuli chipani kwa chavinga bakuvulika na UPND bati malinda ya mulindire ngena mbabula lindira bati
naonga chomena Uncle Steve iyo ngani ya chavinga ine iyo ili ku last so ngani ya chavinga ili mala because PF ni mapepa yai ni said PF ni mbali
watu mwatinganganga PF lutani mu FDD
para tikuti PF tikuti bantu wabo tusebeza nao apa sono para mwaona kasama tasebeza FDD
so mungaluta yai mumanyiketa kuti ni membala wa FDD
chipani chisebezese ni FDD chipani chisebezese nicho wamutipalira abo tamusebeza nao ise kunocheza na MP vitu para MP vitu watoke tisebeze timile pa chipanichi tamwimilia pa FDD tisebeze chipani cho tauti mwamene FDD nasebezesa ukutamusebezesa para FDD tusebeza pamoja nayo so parije ngani yakuti
vatinjirira nitwaka mu FDD njirire twa
suzo parije para pakuti vantu penya kuti njire mu FDD tamunjira mu FDD na timu yitu yose nosebeza na FDD parije suzo because FDD no opposition monga chipani chiti chose chakuti chirirende kusebeza na vantu nosebeza na FDD
so chiswesi chimunganjira ichi swesi
adana mafumbo inu ayanyaka
FDD mwazgola na mazaza kuta
ngani za opposition hapa za opposition
usoni vona fumba kutika ka benecho ba CDF mbebaba munganjira yayi umu
politics ya mapatari yako Steve. So politics if mapatari vinandi vushtika politics. So tingawe chomene yayi tinganyoza wanyatu banyitu chomene yayi.
So ine mpenja mnizikole waka munganjira yayi forward munganjira yayi ya Tembo.
Tinganjira pantau panyengo ino tinganjira yayi forward. Tisewezengera FDD yo. Yati nayo sono FDD tisewezengera pali Jesuso. Timi lienge pa FDD ndiye chipani cha timi lienge sono apa according to what yameneti nayo sono apa ni FDD tisewezengera. So first nonge chomene bantu ndemanga wati pana kuchichichi
ajojo bayo yakuti mafumu yo dandaula batimwe mwabandala
ajojo wanimanya
mwabika kuluwande mafumu bandale
para muntu kupaulemu mafumu ndine kuzipulika ipati ajojo manya taseweza na chomene inkani ya yukuseweza na mafumu taseweza na chomene tukupa ulemu mafumu yonse kwambira chifu mwasa sinia chifu itwa tugwada kupa ulemu adadawane ku ampamba ku tuseweza na makola na chomene paka pichira aba tuseweza na makola chomene paka pichira bomani taseweza nao 5 years na tutana pichira kumwambo every year no kanao 7 days manduna yose yakapishira bomanya kuti tusezera pamoja makola so nasezera na makola mafumu ani kupa ule mafumu bomanya jojo nango ya boyo ya para bomanya te uyu mwana tasezera na makola chomene so nkani ya mafumu you cannot live in society not to respect papa bibi bako so we respect our chiefs and tisezera na makola you see ina apa pari one thing about my chiefs last 5 years na pelika naenda na machiefs naenda na machief na kapichira timu yoruta kumkaika hivyo vushtika sometimes tukana 5 days tili pawaro paka ya mara mambo tuona mutambuliza machiefs mutambuliza watu bitu you find that tutondeka na kusanga kuti tibe kona fuel ya kutiendele makora kula vutu siza so ine party na kaso chairperson ngawarekera watu tunkana nao tukashtika I work with them. That one I can promise. And that vile tupitamo vile upata utakula vamshtika yake. Tamu senza makola and wamuona kuti ati na mwana witu so. Tamu utangata makola vonse tamu senza makola in terms of kusenza na mafumu. So tamu panga ule mafumu. Tamu uta kumafumu kuwafumba ni viji vupenjeka. Wamu kutipa mahala. Daso waliko kula.
Vati.
Yes.
Hapa sono ni mwakavu hapa. Kwene para mwanjira muofesi mula mwamba ona kopala
ise tumanya yai vinandi vupenja wantu kumakaya wena wakumakaya ndiyo umane vupenjeka so tamu uta kumafumba mpenja chomu kutipalia tupenja no kuchite vupenja tamu chinja ino Lundazi for the first time Lundazi ya mchinja no TV vuchitika sono taona matauni yana look at Chipata what is happening in Chipata there's a young man there kaso ula mayor George ali kuchipata George oyoyayi vakuti MP vichi kuno eta look at what Chipata is doing.
Vanyino topeleka masoya pieces kumafumu.
So ngapeleka soya pieces kumafumu lo dadawana ngawapa soya pieces. So peleka soya pieces kumafumu ndio ulipambando. Tukana nao mafumu tuona vushtika Chipata utana kumwambo kula. Tuona vushtika. So ningashita hivi. George umani mututambulira na. So iva kuti no wakapambando lo wakuwapapi ndiye na masoka tukubana. So tina mafumu tientu wapeole mafumu vitu. Timengia shua kuti mafumu vitu. Nao waniajirenge kuto Lundazi tukhala makola. So we work with our chiefs and make sure that everything goes.
Mwanjitemwa chomene mwa Tembo kuti museveza na Honorable Brenda Nyirenda.
Yeah.
Panguiza phone hapa kuti kuchigando muyako cha. MP valje yako kuchigando vale. Watu yako cha kuchigando. Vanyake vanguyo ya pa phone pa.
Para kuli member of parliament. Natondeka kuti niambe kusuzana nao. Para kuli MP ya uruta paliposi na Brenda. Pachigando para tarutapo ni munani mutaruta na Brenda andikana ndi radio station YouTube covering evo vuchita Brenda ma meeting tachana ndi ma school palija school ya Brenda ndiyeka
chigando muri yako
tiriruta ku chigando first ine kauta pachigando para paka wa school ya 1/3 ndine kapeleka malato na kanta ile pachigando school 2022 ina waka katika maliza school ya 1/3 classroom pachigando ndine kanyamula malata nunyamula machani bimu kupeleka pachigando tika wana meeting na Brenda so vanyivinando tiambe sometimes utiambe kuzola na wantu nawo uone bati pachigando pani hapa ngoa singizo tika hapa pachigando ndine kanyamula malata kupeleka no maliza ja that was the first school a Brenda wakamaliza pa ikawa pachigando unjira waka office 1/3 classroom.
Paliso vitukuko vinyake vungoyo kuchigando.
Ndivinandi vili pachigando vitukuko. Brenda stavinandi kuchigando kula.
Ni vichi vinyake.
Na yo yakari 1/3 classroom yo.
Chinyake.
1/3 classroom, there's another block which is being done pachigando. So ndivinandi vwashita Brenda. So if akuti
panji muruta wakakula
yeah. Mama para wafika umengasho watu wa visiting ama places ya nani warutamu wa places ya mandu waona kuti wantu wake ukhala makora ati para MP uyo umengasho watu wapitema wana vindu vushtika ni Brenda para wafika umengasho wapitama and Brenda para mampalira each kupenja each making sure that warutenga wakapulikise wakaone vindu wapenja wana
ati zifundo dada mlinazo mboni woniso mlinayo kwene kugoka rwiro kwa kuta niza support wakamnyane mbwe mwachinja zetu
hivyo wanikalipia chomena oningashita yango siva hapa mkusinikizani na mkuiza pano after filing in nominations kuti hapa sono mkimilira wantu wani tie anitamu imilira no kuwina mavoti because tahana wantu tuseza na wantu
chento ngani ya maplot kuli plot yesu gachomene article 1125 hapo chitukuko PPP umwai mwausanga mbwenu ndimwe mulikula na flagiri kubu Lundazi 1 masuzgo ngani aga muzatetera pouli
kesi 11 chani ni muyo yapa yokuti
kwa
chimtulu ila ngani upenja kaimali ya karato tamu imaliza nkari tango Steve tamu kala pass na wantu bamene wali affected pa no nga prosuzo ni vichi so ati sange solution so ati solution ya plot iteuli imali
ati resolution ili jumpakale mkansulu ya kuti vala kuseri kula maimbalinga au vakuti hai malo gawo penja ekugulisa bagabire nao ndentene kula bachite tuvitukuko twabo kula nako abanyake kuseri huku tiwazo nwenge zinacha nao bamalizwe chitukuko chao kwene ofisala huyo wachite vyose hivi kuchita formalize implementation ichitike ndiye watu wakugona hapo wakuchita vila vintu cha mbwenu wata kumitingwa kuti manyi wamchita vichi manyi wawera kwa kuti mbwe kadali kala
pale ukasuzi hapo pale ukuruku
so mwamchita uli
ukuruku no making sure vintu viendenge we can't be living that tengere from mayezi yose wantu yo vintu moza para wantu walidipile ukanso vilimala vila vintu leka wantu wacha develop palo ya and people will develop that place.
Good evening, Mr. Nkoma. Mr. Tembo just join UPND, otherwise MPF muliwa kama confusion yeka. Join UPND ya Tembo. Bayo ya. Ntine ngati? Tembo mseka. Bayo ya bandu. Ati UPND confusion, Katole kwa banyaki, Kanele FM alo.
Hello.
Matandarauli. Makola, mbadada njano utumirango.
Ndine kirintu mwale kwa mwasi.
Adada mwale.
Uyokola wa kuchigando, wayoyo waka unenesko, AMP ulendo we uno tika pa chigando, na 2 weeks in the marriage. So, ndale paliposta, let the truth be told. Wala waku wanachinyake wayoyo waka chinyake tika pa school pa chigando, and development pa chigando ili pa the area kansela ineko.
Wayoyo yapo atiza 1/3 classroom block, ni chitukukoli chinyake chumompereka kula kansela.
Pachigando bali we are constructing pandeti na program ya utimange ma toilet, then we want to kupereka po light area. They have already applied and the program will ku CDF a particular committee.
Okay.
So lasambirengeko kuyo onene. So that's why we don't develop bother. We put anything in politics. The MP was there, I was there. This month, ngasako ivenge last year, this month ulendo wangu wakunu. She's the only MP who has gone each and every polling station in Lundazi.
Okay. Panji bati kwenda waka nako kungaonesa nga vindu vuchitika ngani bati panji baonenge vitukuko ati
no, this is what munozo nchongo yoya tikapa chigando 1/3 ili malizika temene ino MP waliplikana nao want to construct muzimbuzi maotabone vodandaula za malaiti kuti yafune pamwasa yarute kuchigando ili mpipeline.
So ava kuchigando vakuvuona chavati
iye kapena wali jemaso I don't know kaolo wambula maso opulika kuvana wake kuti kuchigando valimanga ku 1/3 classroom.
Okay. Panja kansela namwe mpenje kamzee wakamweka panchezo. Tenti weskani para program ya ma. 0776371293 panja 0969928858. Chingato lako valinga vaviri va umaliro. Kanele FM alo? Hello? Mwapulika mwayiweranga akansela? Makola chomene. Kwa ini phone yabo, kwa ini network yabo. Yoani kuna mazaza namwe timpulike.
Nupulika makola hapo.
Okay, mbanja anotumirako.
Ine ndine Steve Maherenga.
Adada Maherenga ni fumbo panyide manga.
Ndimene muno ninde manga kuniso pene papo poni yo ingebwaga padoka.
Yo yanako.
Isidandu muno Lundazi patinga blast pachomene pampamba apa palikaboho akwa kimawa kavanhu ava. So ni kare kukwari manyiyo kaganjira vishi choyamba icho.
Balijima mbanja?
Valigimiska kwari mama Brenda ni valigimiska.
Okay.
Ngamazo kupata ari kujurika cha. So kwari upenya so kudiwa zakajuri pa campaign para yafika kwa tumaya makora yai.
Okay.
Kwani ndamutiganzira kupaka market kwa mbamba para mungaendera pa makora waku vanga kamurongora divina vanga kavapo ngo nyake mamkaona na ukaona na maso yino.
Okay. Taonga data. Chinyakeso.
Neva wa dada wakwenda kuna nyake kazinda kunyungu nyake ndenye nyake wakwendera kwa yayo kazinda.
Kazinda?
Kazinda school. So kwa vanyi bakutiri kukona kwa nyuma ya makora sha.
Watu kazinda kukona Tembo. Manyako no manyako mwati.
Kumanya ma police station yose.
Watu kazinda mwendera kwa yayo.
No tuyenda. Kazinda tikaika ko that was tank kula kazinda tikasewezera hapo na member of parliament. So tasewezera munani taenda munani na munani tasewezera tuyenda. So hiyo ngani hapa pamba hiyo ni atumile phone member of parliament ni find out what is happening palipo hapo pamba. Andi kumanya pana yo nao basewezera ngepo ngani hapa pamba.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adada Tembo timalize. Mazo ya kumalizia.
Naonga chomene first and foremost mpenonge Kanele FM imewanu chito mukugwira impitirize mugwira kuchito iwe mechomene to communicate tukuyoya na wantu mengasho kuti wantu wabitu aplike hivyo vushtika ni penye nikuongeni and not kulekera hapa mutichemenge so taza kuno tawe kuna wantu bitu wamanya hivyo vushtika bantu wa Mulundazi kupusika yai this time mutenti kale na muntu yo tuseweza naye uyo muntu wakutumanya kuti bonse ine ninga kuchisani koni chakuti mutimanya tonse topenya kuimirira sona and tonse tini wa Mulundazi muno imwe mweka mawantu muone kuti uyu muntu tingaseweza naye makora uyu muntu utipata mweka pampando oro office tingaluta kuyoya naye kudandaula naye kuseweza naye ni jani ine monga Peter Tembo kujipereka ane kukupalirani kuti pala mwanipo la mpando kula uya office bengi yojulika tisewezenge pamoza timengesho kuti Lundazi itu ichinje Lundazi itu ipenjeka kuti tipeleke pa mapu ya Lusaka ya Zambia pa world map wanyitu makausos ya nandi ku yumengesho kuti town yao para town yao ya utako para pachana we bring my investors tiyo kuna wantu wote bangaza kuno kucha develop Lundazi itu then two TNT mengesho kuti vintu va kuti kasoro ingachita itieni kasoro ichite not vose tiembekezo waka kuti no vistengeni yawa nitengeni bomba ite kasoro ina marozi ya kuti kasoro pejeka kuchita so TNT mengesho kuti tisewezere pamoja izi mpando mngutipa TNT oneso taseweza mpando pato penya mpando unyake tuone taseweza mpando na wantu wakona kuti muntu uyu waseweza TNT sono tumseze otherwise ine ninonga chomene I want to thank you Mr. Steve. Now I want to appeal to our leaders in Lusaka apa nachinya niyo chizungu kumaya jojo wewe ngati chizungu apa sona jozo chizungu senzesa sono kuyo na matu aba PF kusaka tangwanisa chipani ichi utondeka kuti bakhale pamozi. It's very shameful and I want to have no apology for that. Let them show leadership, let them make sure that and ensure that they listen to what the people of Zambia are saying. The people of Zambia across this country are saying, you opposition leaders unite, work together. What is the problem for people to work together? We are one people. Let's work together and ensure that we bring victory to our people in August. Zambia need a strong democracy, and to have a strong democracy, you need a strong opposition. And a strong opposition is unity. Kasama has shown us that without unity, we are going nowhere. So let's unite and let's work with the people that are progressive so that we develop our country. Once again, I thank you so much, Uncle Steve.
That makes our program today, NCHEZGO, right here on Kanele 97.7 FM. We hosted Mr. Peter Favor Tembo, who is Patriotic Front Youth Chairman for Lundazi District and is also aspiring as Lundazi Town Council Chairperson. A lot discussed on the show today. God bless you. Bye-bye.
The views and opinions expressed on this program by our guests are solely theirs and do not necessarily reflect the official position of Kanele FM Radio Limited or its owners.
NCHEZGO, Kanele 97.7 FM. NCHEZGO, Kanele 97.7 FM.